Transforms is the best thing ever, and like an idiot in the last two videos I've called the characters from the 1986 line, but they're from 1985. Oops. Anyway, last time I said I'd only tackle the mini-bots and save a large cost for next time. However, I went overboard during my research and I did everyone that I had ready. So, one video for them. Today we're going to be looking at Beachcomber, Cosmos, Powerglide, Sea Spray, Warpath, Perceptor, Blaster, Omega Supreme, Skyfire, Topspin, and Twin Twist. Starting with the mini-bots, Beachcomber turns into a 1982 M1040 Chenoth Hellfire fast attack vehicle. A surprisingly violent vehicle for a pacifist. This vehicle was 2,000mm long and 2,110mm tall. Whoa! I goofed, guys. As it turns out, Beachcomber's vehicle, when I rechecked, was actually 4,000mm long, 2,000mm tall. Not whatever I said. Now I'm going to quickly just rush through the calculation. You're not going to see any transformations or anything. I just want to get this done quickly. Beachcomber's transformation is his car just stands up and then adds half the length because the leg extension that all mini-bots have. That puts him at 4,000 plus 2,000, 6,000mm, that's 6 meters, and 6 meters is 19.685 feet. There you go. I have to fix things up now. Just ignore what I say at the end when I'm putting him on the scale. Originally, I thought he was finally one of those mini-bot that was actually small. I was wrong. Sorry. Cosmos transforms into a doorbell. I mean a boob. I mean a bomb. I mean a booby bomb. Okay, seriously now. He turns into a UFO. As you can imagine, there's no real-life comparison here. Unless you're one of the men in black, in which case, please give me dimensions, would you? Anyway, the only way to scale this is with another character. But the G1 cartoon is super inconsistent. However, in the episode Quest for Survival, Cosmos actually brings up scale.
I can take Bumblebee, Perceptor, and Sea Spray, but Optimus, you're just too big!
And while he does for Bumblebee, I'm not going to be using Bumblebee's official height. That would be counterintuitive. This series is meant to determine how large they'd be in the real world. However, here's Spike. Spike is a 14-year-old American boy. The average American 14-year-old boy is 5 foot 4.5 inches, or 164 centimeters, or 1.6 meters. Spike is about 3/5 as tall as Cosmos' internal section. That doesn't count the little red nub, just the plate and the jelly. However, with some basic maths, one can determine that if 3/5 is 164 centimeters, the whole thing is 273.3 centimeters tall. But how wide is it? Well, this top bit is as tall as 1/4 the width, and itself makes up half of the height. So multiply 273.3 by 2, and you get 546.6. This makes him 2.73 meters or 9 feet tall, and 5.466 meters or 17.9 feet wide in vehicle mode. In Raw mode, however, his legs are as long as half of the vehicle's diameter, and then you add the height of the vehicle for his torso. This puts Cosmos at 5.46 meters or 17.9 feet. So I guess he's as tall as his vehicle is wide. Yes guys, I calculated the height of a guy who turns into something that isn't real. No, that's not an accomplishment, it's a sign that I need to do more with my life. Powerglide transforms into a Fairchild Republic A10 Thunderbolt 2. A 16,260mm long and 4,770mm tall vehicle. Powerglide doesn't do anything but move his shoulders down to become wings when he transforms. Yes, his chest moves up, but nothing actually extends, as with the coverings on his upper leg, so he's 16.26 meters or 53.48 feet tall. Sea Spray transforms into an unnamed hovercraft. However, Sea Spray, based on the hovercrafts that existed at the time, looks closer to an SRN-2, which is 19,800mm long and 7,430mm tall when on the land. Sea Spray kinda just gets up and adds half the length to his already long length due to the goddamn length extensions because he's a mini-bot. So he's massive, 29.7 meters or 97.4 feet tall. Warpath is the cleverly punny Tourette syndrome suffering turret of Boom Boom. He transforms into a General Motors M551A1 Sheridan ARAAV tank, because when I think of General Motors, I think of driving an earth-shaking tank through my neighborhood. The Sheridan M551A1 is 6,300mm long and 2,300mm tall. His transformation at first looks confusing, but it's actually just length plus 1/3 of his height, that third being the turret. So he's a surprisingly short 7.1 meters or 23.3 feet tall, all because he doesn't pull any of that leg extending bullshit. Perceptor is an undefined microscope. I spent ages looking up how big he is, but I found nothing, just how powerful the magnifications can be and how big the bases are. So I did some comparisons to Spike again in this shot, where Perceptor is shown to have these side bits and his torso is actually the same size. Both of them are 1/7 Spike's height, making them only 23.4 centimeters or 9.21 inches. His transformation is just that, times 2 plus half of it because of little bits off the side that make up his thighs. That puts him at a microscopic 58.5 centimeters or 23 inches. Blasto transforms into a boombox, which in 1985 I found could surprisingly be 48 centimeters tall and 76 centimeters wide. That is terrifying, but looking at this, I can see that. His transformation is the same as Soundwave's. I mean, it's not exactly, but the calculation is pretty much the same. Height plus half the width plus height, that makes him 134 centimeters or 1.34 meters or 4.396 feet. Omega Supreme. Oh boy. So this tank? No clue. The rocket base as a whole? No clue, and I'd have to determine each part's size anyway. The tracks? Hell no. Man, how do I figure out... Oh, yeah, his arms are space shuttles. His arms are the size of half a space shuttle each. How large is a space shuttle? 56,100 millimeters tall. They weigh 4.47 million pounds, or 2,030 metric tons. And his arms are only 1/3 of his height. This means if you halve the size of a shuttle and then times that by 3, you get his height of 84.15 meters, or 276.1 feet. Holy crap. No wonder his name means last of the best and last line of defense. What short of a walking city is getting past him? Remember how I said Devastator was only half the height of Gypsy Danger, or over that really? Well, here's Omega Supreme with Gypsy Danger and the Monsterverse Godzilla. Whenever you see the cartoon making Omega Supreme slightly taller than Devastator, just know he's actually around double Devastator's height. Well, damn. Out the Skyfire, I guess. Skyfire's vehicle doesn't exist, so we'll have to do a bit of a roadbuster for this. I'm assuming that his vehicle in the cartoon has the same dimensions as the toy Jetfire, which also doesn't exist, but it's from another series that has dimensions. This means he has the dimensions of the Macross VF1S Super Valkyrie, which according to the Macross series is 14,230mm long and 3,840mm tall. His transformation removes the nose cone, which is about 1/3 of his length, but then 1/3 of that third gets added back with a small leg extension, so he loses 2/3 of 1/3, which just makes him 11.1 meters or 36.4 feet. Finally, Topspin and Twin Twist. These were odd. No cartoon comparison to a human, no real life counterpart, no possible connections to any real vehicle. However, I did have one thing: the toys. The G1 toy line wasn't the most in scale, just look at the minibots. But what else can I do? Using the amazing Optimus Prime as a point of comparison, Topspin is 8 centimeters in vehicle mode, while Optimus Prime's cab is 12.1 centimeters. If he's actually this long, then Topspin to be in scale here would have to be 4.9 meters or 16.1 feet long. This would be the same for Twin Twist, as they're essentially the same. Their transformations are just doubling their length, meaning these two are 9.8 meters or 32.2 feet tall. Booyah! That's the guys for today. Let's get to the chart. First, Perceptor is 58.5 centimeters. Then Blaster is 1.34 meters. Beachcomber comes in at 3.2 meters. Cosmos at 5.46 meters. Warpath at 7.1 meters. Topspin and Twin Twist at 9.8 meters. Skyfire at 11.1 meters. Powerglide is 16.3 meters. Sea Spray at 29.7 meters. And Omega Supreme doesn't even fit on the scale. He's at 84.15 meters. Don't worry, I will make a second scale and put it on DeviantArt or something where everyone will be spaced out better. However, for now, Omega Supreme's height will just be listed on the sidebar here for really big things. Damn. Next time we're jumping to 1986 finally. I know I forgot about the Omnibots, the Power Dashers, Time Warrior, Mini Spies, the Tycon playsets, and Tech Spectrometer 11. However, I'll address them in a final video for G1 where I'll wrap it all up in a nice little bow alongside DevCon and the Fembots, before likely jumping into Beast Wars. And this time I'll be judging the 1986 toys that were in the 1985 portion of the cartoon, the Aerobots and the Stunticons. If you're wondering, the Combaticons and the Protectobots will be in the episode after. See you then, my peeps.